So then what's a food critic?
Someone who has a good idea of food,
Okay.
good perspective on food, but once again, it's just a guideline. It's just a guideline. It's not spoken truth. Like,
But
someone's palate that doesn't like acid, right, or funk or fish sauce or whatever, is gonna be more biased and lean a certain way. So like.
So would you say a food critic is more respected than a food influencer?
100%, because at least they had to take like some form of journalism, I would hope, right?
Welcome to Linecheck's Battle of the Houses. This is a contest featuring back of house and front of house. These are all service industry and hospitality professionals.
What's up? Adam Walsh of Black Trumpet from Moval, and I'm about to smoke front of the house in facts.
Hey, my name's Kimmy. I'm from Long Beach. I've been in the front of the house bartending side for over 10 years. Ooh. Should servers run and bust their own food?
It kind of depends, because like, how staffed are you? How capable are the servers? There's a lot of questions there. I think you guys could do it.
I think they should.
I think
100%.
they should.
I think servers. Okay, so I came from a restaurant where all the servers were their own busters and their own food runners. I think if you're efficient enough, you should be able to bus and run your own food.
I agree.
Head on a swivel at all times. Like that was like what we were told. Like head on a swivel. When chef calls for hands, like priority, you drop everything that you do. There were times where like I would be standing at a table and chef would call for hands and I'd be like in the middle and chef would be like, hands! And I'd be like, I'm so sorry, I gotta go.
Okay, then yes, do it all.
Yeah, no, I think
run and bust.
For sure.
Yep, 100%.
No excuses.
For sure. All right, I'm with that. That's fair. I mean, some of you guys aren't capable though.
Ooh. I mean, that's true actually.
Just saying.
I'm totally capable.
Yeah, you can do it. I was just saying you couldn't. All right. I beat you on that one. All right, what's your biggest pet peeve of the other house?
Ooh, that's a good one. Biggest pet peeve from the other house. Okay, when they don't know the components of every other set that's like on the menu. So like when they only know what's on their station, like for back of the house, when like the line cook is like, okay, I only know what's on my station, I only know what the ingredients are in my station, and I don't know what anyone else is doing. Like, I only work garde manger, and I only know what's on garde manger. I don't know what saute is doing, and I don't know any other component to any other dish that girl is doing. Biggest pet peeve. Because the expectation is that front of the house is responsible for knowing the entire menu front and back. But when back of the house doesn't know it, it's so fucking annoying.
Okay, you guys have a hard time just remembering like a component half the time, or you say it goes on 5 different things, which isn't always.
I mean, onions do go on 5 different things.
It's such a cop-out, such a cop-out. Something like that, you know what I mean? That doesn't work.
That's not true.
All right, for you guys, sense of urgency, for sure. Hands. Hands. Fuck it, I'll run it myself.
I mean,
I'm the only one with hands and legs around here.
I mean, everyone has that too. I'm back at the house too. I've definitely worked with stuff like cooks that like, for sure, just take their time and lag in the kitchen.
No, maybe.
And have tweezer parties.
That's because we're waiting for you. We're like, it's gonna be 10 minutes. Alicia's gonna take 10 minutes.
There are definitely people in front of the house that for sure take advantage and like lag. Like, oh yeah, sure, I got.
Exactly. Like,
I got 20 seconds.
Fry's always slow. It's gonna be a minute. What did you do this weekend? Like, no, get out of here.
Yeah, no.
No. Sense of urgency for you guys, for sure. Relaxation station.
Oh, it's not always like that.
Only if you're short-staffed, then you guys are like, oh my god, who's pouring coffee?
Did anyone get hands yet?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, chef is in the background. I said fucking hands!
Having a meltdown. Exactly. What do you Easy killer.
What's the longest shift you've ever worked?
Oh, I gotta dig deep in the vault for this.
Yeah.
John Vega, you know this one. Probably, I don't know, help me out here. 14 and 16 hours, somewhere like that. It was like in combination for like a rollover from the night prior, if that counts. Or if not, then, cause it was like staying up, and then like almost like a cat nap before having to be there the next morning.
Okay.
Prep-wise,
so
prep-wise,
you worked
so,
a
like,
long shift and then you had to wake up the next morning and then basically do prep.
Do an entire Mother's Day that was way too insane. Like way too insane.
Oh, it was for Mother's Day?
Yeah. And so like the Mother's Day itself, I think was probably like a 14-hour day. 14 to 15, somewhere in there. It could be a little bit off, but prepping everything the day prior from like a Saturday and having to juggle service and prep and everything, and then taking a cat nap after conversating about how tomorrow's gonna be, blah, 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 all the banter and organizing. It was literally like just a big blur of what was 2 days.
Do you remember
like,
what time like you got out of service?
On Mother's Day or the Saturday prior?
I mean, both.
No. No.
It's all a blur.
Yeah, it was so messy. It was wild. That was really rough. And it was just like, I mean, that was over 10 years ago. I don't know. That was a long time ago. Early on.
Okay. My longest shift that I ever worked. It's like weird. It's one of those things where I'm like, every shift was long. I worked like 15 hours a day for like a good 5 years of my life.
Yeah, but like, you know, those stretchers where you're like, dude.
Yeah. But then you usually just like mask it by like chugging like a beer at the end of the night. You're like,
Sure.
everything's okay now. My longest shift, I mean, it was definitely back when I was like a bartender. Like first starting out, and I had to work, I was working like 2 bars, so I was working at like the sister bar at one of the restaurants that we used to work at, and then I would like start my day working my shift there and do all of the prep for both restaurants, for the bar and then the restaurant across the street. I would have to juice like 8 quarts of lemon, 12 quarts of lime, like 4 quarts of OJ. There was one time I had to juice an entire Lexan of snap peas.
Nice.
For one of the chefs. That was fun. I didn't know you could juice snap peas. And then like literally like my shift would end there at like 4, and then I would have to run across the street and work the restaurant and work service and work behind the bar. Like on a Saturday would be like till midnight, and then you close. So like by the time we were done, it was like 1:30 in the morning. So like from like 11 a.m. to essentially like 1:30 in the morning, I would be working, and I don't know,
and then you're like, everything's fine, I promise.
Yeah, I mean, you're a bartender, you're taking shots in between.
Throughout the day,
you're like, it's fine, it's chill.
Like, I'm at the 8-hour mark.
Keeps me warm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, that works. That's definitely medicine to help get through.
This makes me helps me get through my day.
You're fine.
It's okay, just keep drinking.
Yeah, that's definitely good medicine when you have that.
Yeah, like you're on the verge of tears and you go into the walk-in and you just take a fat swig and you're like, okay, well, at least we did. I don't know about you guys, but we got to do that.
It was depending on where it was.
We were like allowed to do it. It was like one of those like don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah, it was like everyone knows why
the bartenders,
exactly, unspoken.
Are crying in the walk-in, crying.
Don't come in here. Yeah. It was all work dependent, depending on the environment. We were doing that for sure.
For sure.
Do you miss doing that?
Dude, I can't. No. I mean, yes, but I know that like 34-year-old me could not hang anymore. Like I would. Ah!
What qualification does one need to be called a chef?
Ooh.
Hot take. Get it.
I don't know that I could answer this question as good as you could.
I'm gonna answer sloppily.
Or as well, sorry. What qualification does one need? Okay, actually no, I could answer that. I think I think work ethic has a lot to do with it. I think leadership has a lot to do with it. Like, are you a good leader? Can you be a good teacher? Can you manage a team? Can you delegate? Can you run? But can you also be respected by your team? You know, I think it goes beyond just like the technical aspects of like, I think part of it is I worked in like all these maybe prestigious kitchens or whatever, but I think that that's only like a very small fraction of it. Whereas like, I think the bigger part of that picture of being called chef is like a word that's like, it's meant to be respected. So unless you have the respect of everyone, I don't think that you earn that title.
That's fair. That's very fair. I think, I mean, I don't know, everyone's got a different perspective, but I'm gonna say that like, that's why I never liked when I was in a position to be called that. I always told everyone, don't call me the C word. I'm just a cook because I'm still learning, right? That's always the thing.
Yeah.
It's like I never felt it in my own eyeballs as much as like other people have. So like other people would always be like, oh, you're a good teacher, or like, thank you, chef, whatever the case may be. And it's always been like, no, just, we're here together. Like, but the natural leader will be the chef, right?
Yeah.
So like it weeds itself out. So like the term is great. It's a term of endearment. Like I still call old friends that and vice versa.
Yeah.
But like, I think it's just leadership qualities that aren't necessarily like a given that you can put down on paper. Like yours is a great list. I think all those are qualifications that are necessary 100%.
Sure.
But it's the things that you can't teach, like or that you can't put on there, right? Like
Yeah.
your natural taught true, right? Your natural flow in a state of the kitchen, like, does this person have the movement that is just natural? Like it's almost like a dance.
Yeah.
Like it's almost elegant to watch him navigate the kitchen. Okay, that's like naturally a gifted chef, probably, perhaps.
Sure.
Like he's that comfortable
Yeah.
towards dancing, and it's easy, or whatever the case may be, and other people pick up and follow that. I think
It's
that
like a
builds-
hindsight almost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, I mean, I don't know. There's so many things that it takes. It takes a lot.
Yeah.
And so like, if I say it, yeah, it's a thing. It takes a lot.
Yeah.
It takes a lot in my eyes, which is why I think there's a lot more to go before I accept that term in any sort of way, for sure. But yeah, it takes a lot.
Chef.
Thank you, chef.
Thank you, chef.
Yes, chef.
Chef.
Patience.
Patience. I don't know. Damn it.
You're not
Damn
quick
it.
enough. Fine, I'll think about letting you get the next one. What's your most memorable Karen experience?
Bruh, dude. Ugh. I still want to punch this lady in the face. My most memorable Karen experience? Okay, let me circle back to 2020 during the pandemic,
Okay.
when, first of all, we were unemployed for a fraction of our time, and then when we were employed for however amount of time, we had to wear these stupid like face shields to cover our face with these masks. The restaurant that I worked at the time, we basically had to restructure the entire restaurant setting because you could only seat at like what, 20% capacity inside. So then we built out the back side of the patio, which was like the grungiest parking lot, and redeveloped it into like the most beautiful patio space. And there was one night, some fucking Karen, she sat down at the table. It was her husband, and her 2 kids. And she ordered a vodka drink for me, and she asked for Tito's, and I was like, I'm so sorry, like, we only have one kind of vodka. Like, I'm happy to, still get you that drink, but that's the only vodka we offer. She like reluctantly said yes, and I was like, okay, sure, cool. So I give her a drink. I take their order. She orders the steak set and asks for it medium. And I'm like, absolutely, sure thing. So I go into the POS and I type it in and I put steak medium. Ticket prints out steak medium. She gets her food. I shit you not, I had 5 people coming up to me being like, can we table 32? They need to see you now. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm doing other shit. Like, I'm like helping other guests. And like one other person, can we table 32? Like, really needs to see you now. And I'm like, fucking, hey, okay. And I go over there and she is literally about to cry. Like,
Nice.
she's on the verge of fucking tears, screaming at me.
Okay.
And she goes, "Does this look like it's medium to you?" And I was like, "Yeah." Like I literally said, "Yeah," and she was like,
Wrong answer.
she's like, "Fucking, I don't know."
Sure.
And
Right
she
answer,
was
wrong
like,
answer.
"I can't believe that you would try to poison me." And I was like, doing the whole, "I'm so sorry, like I'll take it to the back, I'll ask chef, like I'll fire you a new one," you know, doing all the things that, like the server things that you should do. So I take it to the back and I ask chef, and I'm like, "Chef, like table 32 asked for this medium. Is this medium?" I know it's medium, but you know, I'm waiting for him to say yes.
Right.
And he goes, "Yeah, that's medium." And I'm like, "Cool." Well, she's throwing a fit, about to cry, screaming at, like she was
What do I do now?
screaming at me for 30 minutes. And then the GM came out and talked to her, and she was screaming at him for 30 minutes and said that I called her a bitch. And like this whole fucking ordeal over some stupid steak that I was like, "I'll fire you a new one. It's not a big deal."
It's dramatic people in the moment.
Oh, that lady, I still like to this day want to punch her in the face.
I don't have to deal with that. I've only dealt with one circumstance like that, luckily.
Yeah, because you're in the back, so.
I know, for a reason. I only had one. It was a long time ago, and just firing a ribeye 5 times over. 3 different people
Did you really?
walked it out. And then like on the second to last one, he's like, "You guys need me." It was a Kyle, not a Karen, old guy, and he's like, "Do you need me to go back there and show you how? Because at home I do this," and I just.
God, that's the fucking worst.
I said, "Yeah, man. If I could let you, I would, but no,
At home,
thank
then
you."
why the fuck do you come out to eat? Like, stay at
to
home
do
and
this,
eat.
to
Like,
do this,
God
and
damn it.
eat like half of 5 different ribeyes and be like, "You know what? Cover the bill." Like, it was,
That's like someone asking, like, giving me the recipe for a cocktail, and I'm like, "God, I fucking hate you. Shut the fuck up."
yeah, it's stupid, so dumb, overreacting.
That was a very hard question. That like gave me PTSD. Like, it's fucking. Hold on.
Yeah.
Whew, Karen.
Nice.
Ooh, are food influencers food critics?
No.
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 Why?
What do they know?
I don't know.
Food critics don't
They
even know
like
that much
food.
for the most part.
They like food.
It's all perspective. Food is all right. It's whatever that person feels.
Sure.
So no, and half of that stuff is like, it's a guideline, right? It's
Okay.
not written law. So like an influencer, am I gonna listen to, who's an influencer? I don't even know. Name someone who is. Name someone who
Is an
influences stuff.
influencer
Yeah.
a food? I
A
don't
famous
know.
person who influences things. If Kim Kardashian goes, "You know what, Little Caesars is better than Pizza Hut," first off, I'm gonna be like, "No, you're dumb. Pizza Hut's better." But like, people are gonna gravitate towards that. But who's she to say? So she's an influential person.
Sure.
If it's a food influencer, right? That person's platform is irrelevant to anything that has to do with the true dynamics of restaurant culture.
So then what's a food critic?
Someone who has a good idea of food,
Okay.
good perspective on food, but once again, it's just a guideline. It's just a guideline. It's not spoken truth. Like,
But if
someone's
food-
palate that doesn't like acid, right, or funk or fish sauce or
Sure.
whatever, is gonna be more biased and lean a certain way. So like,
So would you say a food critic is more respected than a food influencer?
100%, because at least they had to take like some form of journalism, I would hope, right?
Sometimes.
Like some
yeah.
sort of
Or like heavy
writing.
bloggers. Yeah.
Maybe a heavy blogger, but that's just because it's entertaining at the same value.
Sure.
But like, for some reason, I feel like if you have a blog, you kind of invested a little more time than a TikTok, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you feel the same about influencers? If someone's, it probably doesn't even play that much into your
I
end.
don't know. I mean, I feel like the majority, I mean, maybe not all, but the majority of food influencers,
You
like,
think some 20-year-old knows more about?
they don't know a dick about food. No, but they like food and they enjoy food. And I think, I mean, some of them take advantage of it and just use it to get a free ride, but
Yeah, exactly. They're looking for. No, I don't like them.
yeah.
Food influence, it doesn't count.
I mean, I guess I don't know a food influencer that I'm like, that person's cool.
I don't either.
I know food critics that are cool.
I don't think I know a food influencer. I can't think of one. And if
don't
I
know
do, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
if I do, I didn't know you have an
I actually
influence on
don't know
food.
if I know a
Like,
food influencer. I don't think I know
yeah.
a food influencer.
I don't know. I don't know. If you do, congratulations. Hope you're doing well. But like,
If I do, I'm sorry. I don't mean it.
yeah,
I take it
it's
back.
just like wasn't influenced. I don't know. I don't mean that either. But I don't know.
JK, if I know you.
Now I'm going through the Rolodex. Like, I probably know someone, but I don't know. No, pay no mind.
E. Okay.
You could read, right?
Hey guys, if you haven't subscribed, please do it so, and don't forget to smash the like button.
Yeah, like and subscribe, smash the like button, do
Line
that.
check!
Line check, got your back, do all the above. Check them out. Thank you guys. Black Trumpet, you'll find me where you find me. Few and far between.
BLKTRMP.
Yeah, abbreviated or whatever. Find me on Instagram. I'm floating around town sometimes, occasionally. Tickets to dinners or whatever. Yeah, find me on there. I do stuff sometimes.
Thank you. That's why I was taking me. You're
I was
like,
like-
can you fucking read? I'm like, I'm trying to memorize it so I don't have to keep looking down and reading it.
I don't know, just glance at it and then read it off.
Rude. What's your biggest? What's your biggest pet peeve of each other? What's your biggest pet peeve of me?
Boom, today, earlier.
Oh my
Got
God.
you.
Rude.
Close
You're
the
not supposed to do
tortillas.
that.
Close the bag of tortillas. Dude, it's not difficult. And the blatant lie you told right after, I watch you go, a little for me. Rip half the tortilla's dead at that point.
I don't want
Why
a
do I
whole
need half the
tortilla.
tortilla that I can't
I don't
utilize
want
except
a
for
whole
like the fry?
tortilla.
Dumb, you already ruined it. Now, I have to go, and I looked at you go, half for me. What's in the fridge? The bag is right there. I go, Kimmy, you need to close the bag. You went, I didn't even know I didn't. Really? That was a blatant lie. And then, la-da-da. And you like went about like, bruh.
Dude, okay.
Like,
You want to know what my biggest pet peeve is?
That I'm
When I ask
crushing
you-
it?
Okay. When I ask you to do something and you go, I would go, hey Adam, can you like wash the dishes for me? And you go, okay. Today. Yeah, I know.
Does it get done?
No.
Yes, it does.
Because I have to ask you like 4 times. I have
I
to
get
be
it
like,
done
at the
faster.
end. Okay,
Oh
at the
my
end.
God,
at
you're
the
high
end,
on glue.
I have to
You
be
are
like
high on
Adam.
glue.
It meant now.
Why? Well, I have all day.
Because the dishes are piling up. That's my biggest pet peeve.
First
Dishes
off, that is a
piling up.
communal task, and I take it upon myself most of the time.
Okay.
I do. I do take it on most of the time. I do. That is a blatant
Who
lie.
did the dishes today?
I was eating a quesadilla because I only had half a tortilla that I had to get through. That's why. Exactly. Don't blame me.
Yeah.
I was utilizing what was gonna be a chip
That was
if I left that
was
bag
my
open.
vengeance on you not doing the dishes today. Was like,
You're
I'm
gonna ruin a
rip
whole pack of
half a
tortillas?
tortilla today
And ruin a whole pack?
and leave the bag open.
It happens so often. It's so disappointing. I end up with tostadas at the end of the day. All
You
the
like
time.
tostadas.
Not when I want a tortilla. And I don't have time. I'm not gonna be like, well, guess who's making tortillas today? I'm not doing that. It's the convenience. No, you know you do that too. Just close the bag.
Today.
Just close. I'll catch you tomorrow too. I'll catch you later today.
I'm excited for the next one.
Me too. You better be fast.
I have more tickets than you, so.
No, you don't. You can't count.
Damn it!
Come on. What's the worst thing a chef has ever? What's the worst thing a chef has ever said to you?
Oh, I think we both could. I think we both could think of some of the same person.
No.
No?
No.
Oof.
No. A lot of said things that it was frustrations that were towards me. It wasn't exactly at me, but there was one incident when I first, like super early, I had never worked in kitchens. I got put onto a fry station on a Friday night, didn't know what I was doing. I'd only worked like this oyster bar situation, so like simple bar food. And he puts me on fry station on Friday night, right as like it's popping off. And I don't know how to do anything there. I've never worked a fryer ever.
Yeah.
And I'm drowning terribly. I'm so far behind. I'm doing this. I don't know what's going on. I'm so lost. And the seasoned guys next to me are just watching, letting it happen. And finally, the sous chef who's running the show, Vega, you'll know him at this point too. He goes, "Hey!" and he yells and he stampedes down like in this calm kind of like manner, but he's like aggressive in the kitchen. His presence is huge. He was a big boy too, and he comes down and he's like, "Go outside." I was like, "I'm good, chef. I'm good." I'm drowning. I don't even know where I'm at. He's like, "I didn't ask you. I told you. Like, go outside." And I go, "I'm fine." And he goes, "I'm telling you, go outside." And I get pissed and I go out the back door and I'm against the wall. And he comes out and like in 10 minutes he comes out and the door slams open, almost hits me, and I'm back against the wall and I'm scared. And not scared, nervous about what's about to happen. Never been in this circumstance with my boss.
Sure.
And he comes around and he puts me against the wall and he put his hands on me, like not in the face or anything, but I felt a little gut punch or two or one, however the story gets told. But and then he goes, "Do you remember Hitler?" And I go, "What?" Now I'm so confused about where the conversation's going.
Yeah.
He goes, "Hitler happened for a reason. So the world understood that Hitler happened because the world needed to understand that this would never happen again. This is your Hitler moment. Don't let it happen again." And I was like, "Okay, yes, chef." Like, I don't even understand what's going on.
Okay.
He's all, "By the way, no one's been working your station for the last 10 minutes. Go figure it the fuck out." And I'm like,
Oh shit.
"Oh."
Yeah.
And I go back in and there's the saute guy's kind of covering it. And he's like, "You have this. And it was just terrible. I just remember that statement, like, "This is your Hitler moment." And I was like, okay. And I never drowned like that again. I made sure that never, ever, ever happened again. I
Yeah.
never got that far behind. I did whatever it took to make sure that I survived more efficiently and if not,
Yeah.
like, just improve. And that was terrible. There's others I'm sure that I'm blocking out that I could think of a little more recently.
Yeah, there's
like,
a lot that I think that I blocked out, but there are definitely moments like I remember being told like, "Are you the R word?"
Sure.
Or like even moments where I was like called like, or like, and I know that you know this, the insinuation that I was like a slut by said chefs. Definitely like, and the weird thing is like back then I think that it was just like kitchen culture.
Sure.
So it's like, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Yeah. I think that's why like anything that did happen that was aggressive that I'm blocking out, it was just like, that was supposed to happen, or I
Yeah.
deserved that, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So it's like, yes
Yeah.
sir, whatever, back to what I'm doing.
Heard.
Yes chef, heard.
Yes, chef.
Fucking, I'm stupid.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm the dumb one. Even if it wasn't you, but yeah, I don't know. I've taken bullets for people that I shouldn't have.
Yeah, I mean, I've
That's just to
been
stand up to
told
protect
that
other
if I
people.
don't know a certain component of a dish, I would get fired. I mean, the scare tactic of like, I will fucking fire you if you can't tell me exactly what's in like dashi.
Sure. Yeah, right. Yeah, I can't think of any. I will be later though. Be going through that.
Ooh, sucker. How important is your mental health while working in a restaurant?
Depends. Back in the day.
Oh my god.
Back in the day, does not matter. Does not matter whatsoever.
Yeah.
It does not
Yeah,
matter. Like,
true.
shut up and deal, dude. Like, 110%. But like nowadays, and I think, you know what, that one's weird because now I think nowadays it should still kind of have that construct of like, you know, you need to figure yourself out before you can put the blame on like anything else around you, right? If we're
Like
pertaining it to mental health, like if someone's talking to you aggressively in the
Yeah.
kitchen, you can't deal with it. Sure, that's like a frustration, but that's kind of something that you should probably internalize before like letting it get to you. Right?
Sure.
I do think it's important though. Like if you need to take 10 minutes, please take 10 minutes as opposed to freaking out.
Yeah.
Or learn to step back and really analyze the situation. So I think taking care of your mental self is super important.
Yeah, no,
Like,
it is
like-
super duper important. I mean, especially from like where we came from, where I
Where it was,
mean,
like,
mental health like was non-existent, and like
No,
if you claimed
like,
mental health, then like
that
get the
wasn't
fuck
existent
out,
yet,
like
yeah.
get the fuck out of my restaurant, like don't work. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, it
You
wasn't.
know? It was like definitely like such a fucked up way of like going around things, but do I think it made, like, personally for me, do I think it made me stronger? Sure. Like as far as my character is, like I think it definitely made me stronger, but I don't think that it made me mentally healthier.
I kind of disagree almost, because I think taking a minor lashing from someone you highly respect builds you to
But it
have
wasn't
such
always
a
someone.
no, for sure. But let's say if it was and you take a lashing, it builds such a thick skin that anyone else or any circumstance,
Sure.
you're like, I've been hit before.
Yeah.
Like,
But that's PTSD.
oh, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Babe, that's
I
called
don't know.
PTSD.
I just figure like I've been hit before, like whatever. But I don't know. Well, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
It's important.
It
End of the story.
is
It's important.
important. Yeah, it is important. It's important to like be conscious of it and aware of it. And you know, that's another part of like the C word. That's like if you're a good chef, then you advocate for good mental
Yeah.
health. You
Humans
don't,
are sensitive.
Yeah, you don't abuse it.
Humans are sensitive. So I agree with that. I didn't know that was like a PTSD like circumstance. That was a fun one though.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever. I am thinking about the
Wow, you thought you would be good at this.
taking a break.
If you could own a restaurant with limitless money, how would you run it?
Fast and far. How would I run it?
Yeah.
I would just pay my employees. I would make sure that we have enough to be okay, and the rest of it goes back into it by any means necessary. Like, I don't want to be wealthy or rich, which doesn't happen if you own a restaurant.
Sure.
As long as like we can pay our bills and we're fine with paying our bills,
Yeah.
the rest of the money give to the people because it's not mine. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
I think it should definitely go towards anything that is brought in, right? So like farmers, connections that you meet,
Yeah.
but it needs to go back to the people that are doing it because those people are more important than you as the restaurant owner, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Like, you are for sure the machine, right?
Yeah.
You're the number one part, but like the machine is more important because without the dishwashers,
The
without the
engine
servers,
that's
without
running, yeah.
everything, you have nothing. So it's
Sure.
like like take care of your people. So like, as long as you can take care of everyone fair and balance that out and try and do your best, like to make sure that you're taking care of the mental health or whatever the case may be,
Yeah.
or like bail a homie out of jail maybe. I don't know. Whatever you gotta do to take care of your people,
Yeah.
I think is more important.
I agree. I
than
mean, I
anything.
think like I definitely
So,
like
pay
if,
well. Pay them
yeah, if I had like endless supply of money and that wasn't an issue, like I mean, obviously like quality of like ingredients and like you said, like highlighting
Yeah, I mean, that's gonna-
highlighting smaller purveyors like farmers.
Right, because that's gonna come inherently. You getting
or
those ingredients,
that is
right? So
inherent,
like,
yeah. Or like
so like showcase the farmer
producers
homies, like
yeah, wine producers, spirit producers, like the little guys that are like kind of doing really great stuff that people don't necessarily know about and giving them an opportunity to showcase like what they have going on, but then also like taking care of like your, like you said, like your engine, like your backbone, like the people that are like keeping like the wheels turning. And like, I think, okay, if I had endless amount of money, one thing that I would like to do, like I think that would be cool for staff, especially for hospitality and like restaurants that they don't have. And I didn't know this was a thing until I started working corporate, which is like paid vacation time.
Yes.
And I was like, the
Yeah,
fuck?
yeah.
You mean you're gonna pay me to go on vacation? That's a thing in this world? Like, no fucking idea that that existed. And I was like, how come we don't have, like, there are restaurants that give benefits, I guess, like health benefits, you know, and they do their best to like, you know, and I think I would like to offer better health benefits, but like the paid vacation time, just like, especially with mental health, like it just makes like such a big difference for a person to be like, I could take 3 days off, still get paid, and like come back and I feel like a whole new person.
To piggyback upon that too, I think like, I was just talking about this, if I had enough money, like endless supply, like this dude that I work with, he likes farming and gardening, and I told him if I make a bunch of money, I'm gonna invest into you so that you could have your own garden. I want you to work on your own thing because like that person is passionate about that, like, or maybe this person's passionate about this, then I'm gonna put money into your project.
That's a cool idea.
Like,
yeah, no, like to become like partners in different projects that other people like to help them like step up and
You need some way to get your door. Boom, there you go.
You need if money was not an option.
Yeah. If.
You need that black Amex. What is it? The black Amex card that has like no limit?
Sure. I don't know. I don't even know what that looks like. I think I still have a credit card from when I was 16.
All of these are $0. Damn it. Damn it.
That's a wrap. Thank you for participating.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for watching. Black Trumpet on Instagram, as always. Like I said, boom, Linecheck, check them out. Got your back. D all the above. Everything. Plug them, find them, whatever you gotta do. I'm not good at plugs. Thanks.
Thank you.